everybody, and welcome back to the Seeds of Change podcast. I am your host, Mark A. Turnipseed, and I'm thrilled to be here today because it is a hot one down here in South Florida, and I've got my shirt off for two reasons. One, because it's hot as shit out here, and two, because I'm practicing just not giving a fuck. Right? I'm practicing just not giving a fuck because I'm so tired of people being like, you have your shirt on, you have your shirt off. You're acting like this, you're acting like that. Well, you know what? Here is a big old fuck you to anybody who thinks that I should do my life a certain way. And if you live in a certain circumstance where you don't know how to act, it's like, I can't do anything right. Just be your fucking self. Just be yourself, because I guarantee you, when you do that, all the universe opens up to you. Everything starts to liven up. Liven up. Let's liven up. Let's liven up out there, everybody. You liven up. You find your purpose in life, and you find your true friends. You find your true family. You find your true passion when you open up to who you truly are and you follow your bliss. Y'all, I've been talking about this for years now. How you got to follow that bliss. And I get off track from my own bliss. I get off track from my own heart, and I start following other things, right? For instance, for the past, 6 months, I was in a pretty heavy relationship. I was in an intoxicating relationship. Every single day, I was thinking about her. What can I do? How can I be a better man for her? What can I shift and shape and be different inside of myself? And all of a sudden, after a couple of months, I started to create something that she didn't like, right? But it was all because I was doing that because it was something that I thought she might like, right? And in return, I end up losing my understanding and my footing in the relationship. And at that time, that's when people start to really kind of shift a little bit and start to turn love into more resent, right? We start to kind of hate our partners for what they make us change into, or we hate our partners for what they've changed into, and they're doing the same thing. They want to change into something that is going to help serve us and serve the relationship better. Whereas the only thing that we're in the relationship for is to actually be with that person who they are, not who we want them to be, who they are, because that's what we love so much. That's why we fall in love in the first place. So I'm in this situation right now. I just did a post about it on Instagram, right? I was walking last night and I was thinking to myself, I was just like, man, one of the worst things, like one of the biggest fears that I have when I get out of a relationship is hearing that I found somebody better than you. I found somebody that's better in bed than you. I found somebody who's richer. I found somebody who does this better than you, who's better than you in every single way. How many of you out there have experienced that type of just gut-wrenching, soul-crushing, heartbreaking news? Right? And I don't know why it hurts so bad, honestly. I mean, it really shouldn't hurt that bad. If somebody says that they found someone better than you, that's not saying that you're not as good as that person. That's just saying that they found somebody that fits their idea of a relationship, of a boyfriend, of a girlfriend, and that makes them better for that person. But here's the little seed of change that I noticed when I was walking my dog last night and thinking and pondering this topic. Because I was so nervous that any moment now, I'm going to learn that she has a new boyfriend that's better. And what does that end up making me feel, right? That makes me feel one of my biggest fears is not being enough. And that makes me feel like I'm not enough, like I'm not enough for my next relationship, like I'm not enough of a man for myself, right? And if that type of, instance really comes up into you, then I want you to look at this thought, look at this seed of change that I've come up with throughout my walk yesterday. So when somebody says that they've found somebody better than you, all you have to do inside of your head is say, there is nobody better than me. In fact, there's nobody on this earth better than me. I'm not the only one saying this, y'all. I'm not saying this to you. This is what God says to us. Throughout his word, he says to us that you are perfect the way that I have made you. You are exactly the way that I have made you. And that means, everybody, that means that nobody on this planet is actually better than you. There may be better matches, right? There may be better basketball players than I was. There may be better football players. There may be better hockey players because I could barely even ice skate, right? But in fact, there is nobody who is actually better than me. And in fact, there is nobody on this earth who is better than you. And in fact, there is nobody on this earth who is better than your girlfriend or your current boyfriend. Now give that to them. Give that to them and recognize that there is not a single person better than the person who you're currently going through a breakup with. There is nobody. They are so very unique and so very perfect in their own ways that if we start to try to think, oh, they are perfect. Oh, they are perfect. Oh, they aren't perfect. They aren't perfect. Then we start to alienate ourselves and start to think that we aren't perfect too. So give it to them. Say, you are perfect. I am perfect. We both are. We just don't have a match, right? We don't have a match. And I'm going to go off and continue burning my flame. Because when I burn my flame, when I burn who I am, when I live true to myself, my flame picks up with other flames, right? My flame, that's how desire, that's how passion, that's how relationships start, right? Two flames burning bright, get together and create a forest fire, right? That's what we do. That's what I look forward to. That's what happened with my last relationship, right? But there were just some elements that fell apart. And I've learned now from this relationship how to carry it on into my next relationships. I've learned to take the challenges, the things that I messed up in my last one and bring it to my next one. So I've learned now how to be a better person inside of a relationship. But I would lose all of that. I would lose all of that very quickly. I would lose every positive thing that I could learn and every lesson that I could learn from this relationship if I began thinking that she left because I wasn't enough, because I'm not good, because other people are better than me. That's not the case, guys. That's not the case. You are better. You are the best. You are the best you on this fucking planet. And I need you to be that person inside. Because when you're that person, you're burning another flame out there. You're creating another forest fire. And I don't know about y'all, but there's not enough of real, true fire out there. There's a whole bunch of sheep kind of following a couple of big, bright flames. Go out and burn your flame, burn your fire, because you are fucking awesome. You are awesome. You are perfect. And not only that, you have love all around you. You have love all around you. And so when you think that you've lost it, when you think that you're not enough for it, go out, find ways to be grateful, find ways to express yourself and be yourself, because in doing so, you find ways to love yourself. Y'all, this has been Seeds of Change. I'm happy to be here. I love you guys so much. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like to support Seeds of Change, I could greatly benefit from that. And this podcast could greatly benefit that. We could reach more people and touch more homes and touch more lives and help other people develop seeds of change that will create big change and peace in their lives. So y'all head on over to the Patreon website. Support me in that way if you want, or DM me and I can tell you how. All right. This is Mark A. Turnipseed with Seeds of Change podcast. I'm over and out, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you much.